had to hop in the shower real fast because I'm feeling kind of stanky. But yeah, I'm super happy with how this turned out. I think it turned out really nice. But now if you're wondering why I didn't use a dolly to grab all those bricks and bring them over, well, that is because I have the dolly attached to the swamp cooler, which is, yeah, I'm just feeling lazy and I didn't feel like bringing it out. Yeah, these are for the niece and nephews when they come over. I don't even use them actually. I'm really excited with how this backyard is turning out. Next, I'm gonna take this fence down and probably put up one like this to go around right here, because I don't like looking into their backyard. It's pretty trashy back there. And if you're wondering why this grass is kind of choppy looking, it's because we got all of this from my brother's house when he moved. He picked it up, well, I shouldn't say we, but he brought it over. I had to put it all in by myself because, like always, no help. Kind of like when I did these, no help. Anyways, this looks really good and I'm happy with how it turned out. Just got to finish up this part here. The only problem is this part here, this from here to there was $800. Damn. But we got a lot of stuff to do, so let's just go do it. So yeah, I was out there. I was talking kind of quiet because, well, my neighbor's in their backyard, and you know what? I'm not trying to say hi and good morning to everybody right away. You know what I mean? One day I'll have a house where I'll have no neighbors, or they'll be further apart instead of having my neighbors like, you know, right next door or directly across the street. They're always outside making noise, talking, doing all kinds of stuff. One day, I don't know when though, but one day. Funny story, right before Subie Fest, or when I was leaving for Subie Fest, I go to do my usual, you know, check your oil and make sure everything is good before you start driving. Did that, oil looked good, coolant overflow, great. Put everything away and took off to Subie Fest. And then I got like 15 minutes on the freeway, or like 10 minutes on the freeway. And I was like, did I put the oil cap back on the car? Because I don't know if I did. I don't remember doing it, but I probably did. So I was like, you know what? I'll just pull over and make sure. So I pulled over at McDonald's and I could see the oil cap through the vents and it was stuck right here. And I was like, oh man, that could have been really bad. Well, not really bad, but that could have been bad. So yeah, always remember to put your oil cap back on the car. But besides that, the car ran great. I had a lot of fun at Subie Fest. I'd go next year. Yeah, I'd go next year. So for today's plan is, in between work, I'm doing interview prep. So I have an interview and I've been using ChatGPT to help me with, you know, whatever I can to prepare for this interview, because I really want this job. I don't know how I'm gonna pull it off because I got my weekend job starting next month in September. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I got that job starting, and then I got my class that I'm taking, that math class that I don't really want to take, but I am taking. Got that thing starting this month in August, 2 days a week in the mornings, and plus regular work. It's gonna be like a busy 3 months. Yeah, it's gonna be a busy 3 months. So let's check our oil, get ready to do some work, because I gotta get dressed. I can't work in, you know, regular old workout clothes. It just doesn't work. So let's get out of here. So I just remembered that I need to run to the bank and deposit some cash, because if I don't go now, I'll never do it and I'll always forget about it. So we're gonna make a run to the bank. Yep, we're going outside. Look how good you look though, just chilling right there. Put the Osmos here and it'll not vibrate and rattle all over the place. Yeah, it's hot. I don't feel like having these windows down. Ooh, guess what? I just realized I have 10 bucks left over from Subie Fest. 10 bucks cash. How awesome is that? It's like when you just find $10. I remember now because I was going to put 50 bucks in because it's cheaper when you pay in cash. I was going to put $50. I was going to put $50 in, but I'm going to put 40, and I needed the extra cash just in case I saw something cool. But really, what can you buy for $10 at Subie Fest? Can you buy a t-shirt? I think those things are like 25 bucks. But I'm excited. Thank God. I'm gonna go buy me a donut. Nice. Oh, all right, made it to the bank. Make sure all the cash is still here. Don't look at my cash. I see you looking at my cash. Yeah. All right, anyways. Don't get it wrong, I'm poor. See, that was fast. Now I can go home and chillax for the rest of this Freaky Friday. You know when you park your car and you look back at it and you're like, yeah, it's my car. I do that a lot. So here's our post-workout meal. Nothing fancy really. You just grab some oatmeal, yeah, 37 grams times 2. Back to this, grab our protein, 30 grams of protein. Take our cinnamon, and I just dump creatine, half a tablespoon, dump some more water, and bam, that is basically my after workout foods. I'm not going to show you, but when I eat this, because it looks like chocolate ice cream that's melted, I have to pretend that that's what it is. That's better. Tastes good. Tastes good. And this will fill you up too. If you eat this before you go to bed for dinner sometimes, you're like good to go. I just thought that I would share my workflow with you guys. Why not? So right now I'm at my desk. So right now I am about 85% done with my Subie Fest video. It's coming out pretty good. I'm very, very impressed with this Pocket 3 camera and the way it records everything in low light. I mean, that was unexpected for sure. But for now, let's hide this because we're gonna do some importing first. All right, I know there's a big glare, but I didn't feel like putting the camera down. So, on my desktop right here, I have the newest project I'm working on. I would save it as the year, the month, and then the date. And then whatever the project is that I'm working on. And I drop it in, just drop all the files into here. This is the drone footage from today. I am very impressed because I actually never use this thing. It's so exciting when I do. All right, so we got our drone footage already imported. I recorded some stuff on the Canon camera, and that just goes right down into here. This is a Thunderbolt 4 card reader, so it imports all the videos like super fast. So let's go here, and then I just take the Canon files, drag them over. And once I drag them over, I usually just leave these on the card until some other time. That way, in case I need to go back, it's there. I made too many mistakes. I made way too many mistakes by deleting them first, and then regretting that I deleted them. And like right after I imported them, I figured I already have them. Who cares? It's just whatever. Bad idea. Now, I could be importing multiple files at once right now, but we're just doing this one at a time. But this is one thing that I love about this Mac Studio. Oh look, that one's already done importing. That's the speed of that Thunderbolt 3, 4, whatever it is. That's from the Osmos Action. Once I'm done renaming all those files, I could take that folder and I could back it up onto one of these. This is just a basic SSD drive, not as fast as the NVMe that we have in back of our Mac Studio, or as fast as our Mac Studio, just for a backup. That way if anything happens, then I have the project files. So that's where that goes. Pretty good so far, right? Halfway done. We haven't even started editing yet. So once everything is renamed as a project that I can remember, I then take this folder, or take all the files, I drop them in to Apple Compressor. All these files here go into Apple Compressor, and it reformats them, shrinks the files for me, and not only is it shrinking the files for me, but at the same time it still keep retaining all the video quality that we need, like the highlights and dark mode. Since I shoot everything in D-Log, I will need all of that data so that I can color grade later. Once that's all done, then we can finally go into Final Cut, because that's my program of choice, and start editing. So yeah, that right there, that's my workflow. And right now, we are currently editing our Subie Fest video, which is looking pretty good, if I must say. Now here's one thing that I don't know if many people know or use or do in their videos, but whenever I do anything in slow motion, I always have to use slow motion plus either optical flow or machine learning. That just makes your slow-mo footage buttery smooth, and yeah, we love that look. However, the only downside is Final Cut makes these cache files that are humongous. So I have a separate folder that I keep an eye on, and I keep it right up here with the size of that current folder, and then once it gets too big, I usually just delete the cache and start over. Until it's finally time to export, and then I just redo all of that. So yeah, that's the workflow. Let's get back to editing and close these shades because it's so bright in here right now. It's interview day, and it is already 101 degrees, but check out the fit. I mean, I'm dressed up. Yeah, loosely dressed up. I'll just fix it all when I get to the place, but yeah, those are my kids. Just kidding, I'm actually gonna change that because the shoes are in the car. I just can't drive in those shoes. But this is the fit, and you know what? Catch up with you guys in a little bit. All right, so you know what? I'm here early, and it is 105 degrees out here right now. It is so freaking hot. So right now I'm just sitting in a car waiting. Luckily they have a parking lot with solar panels, so there's shade. But I'm sitting in the car and I'm looking at the access port, and the coolant temp went to 199. I was like, whoa. But I think we're good. It's dropping down to 198. I think the fan should kick on soon. So until our interview starts, I'm just going over my notes. These are my notes. And, well, hopefully it goes well. I hope. Kind of. No, actually I do hope it goes well, because this will be a good extra income. I'm not sure I'm going to pull it off though, because I have one crazy busy schedule for the next 2 months. But we'll see how it goes. I'm here. I studied for it. I practiced some interview stuff, so I figured I'll just go through with it. You know what I mean? Anyways, enough rambling. I'm out of here. What's up, Subie friends? So you know what? Yesterday's interview went pretty well. I'm really excited that I went, but I'm more excited that I did the whole prep thing, plus my notes. I mean, that helped a lot. Hold on, I'm gonna show you my notes. This is my notebook that I used, and it has all of my notes that I could reference everything to. Like if they asked, tell me about yourself, or they asked that dreaded question, why we should hire you. Which I always got that question wrong. I don't know, I'd always say something personal, like nothing like this, but yeah. And just different questions. This one helped a lot, this section. It was basically different scenarios, like tell me about a time, or describe a time when, or you know, something along those type of questions and those scenarios. I could just reference those notes and not freak out or blank out like I normally do when I'm talking. But yeah, you know what, that interview, I think it went pretty well. I'm happy with how it all turned out. But now we're back here in the garage there was something else. So remember how before when I was sitting there and I was waiting inside the car with the air conditioner on and it was hot? Well, after that, the temperature, coolant temp on the car, it went up to 200, which is nothing new, no big deal. The car's gone up to 200, I've seen it once before. So I thought I'd check the fluids on the car, like the oil flow, the overflow tank and the oil, but you know, when it cooled off. So when I went to do that, I came home, popped the hood, just to make sure that I remembered to do it. And you know what happened? The freaking hood, I need to get the thing, but the hood strut broke on this side of the car. Hold on, it's better than me to just show you instead of tell you. So where can I stick you for now? But yeah, that pissed me off. I mean, brand new hood. Only had it for a few months. Not even a few months. A couple of months. Shoot, I need a thing for my tripod. All right, I got a thing for the tripod, but damn. All right, I'll show you that in a minute, but over there in that corner, it started scraping against the fender, and now there's, oh man. Oh, shit. Okay, how does that even happen? I wonder if that's new. That is new. Holy crap. All right, I can say the hood is falling apart. And I need to get on the emails so I could contact them about this because, and then right here, it's like, I'll show you guys in a minute, but the hood part is just, the fiberglass, you can even see the fiberglass coming off. But there's like a legit hole. Hold up, you guys gotta see this. And it's scratching my freaking fender paint. I'm gonna take some pictures of it and then I'm gonna send it over to WRX Daily and see what they say. Because it's only 2 months old, I think. It took them 4 months to make it. It looks dope though, I love it. But yeah, maybe I should have went with Sabon. Yeah, I freaking don't like those the way it looks. Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about real quick. Okay, here's this side, and if you look right up here, you can see where it looks like it's starting to crack, but underneath of this one, it's definitely starting to crack. And on the other side, it just pulled right out of there. Like, how does that happen? The car doesn't even, I think I drove it maybe furthest to Subie Fest last month, and that was it. So, I don't know. I don't know how that happens. And then right here, you can see where it just pulled out. I'm holding the hood up with my head right now, so right here you can see it, where it's like, it literally ripped out the, whatever they used to put it in there. And then, what pisses me off even more because, yeah, there's a freaking chip right there where I lifted the hood up and I guess it rubbed against it and then it did that. So let me get on the phone or let me get to the email over, because it's better to email than phone because you got records of it. Let me get an email to WRX Daily and see what they say about this because that's so retarded. It just ruined my morning. All right, see you in a bit. All right, well, it looks like the factory hood is going back on the car because even right here, probably not showing up on the camera. Actually, let me grab this light. Like, you see those stress cracks right there? That kind of worries me just a little bit. But then there's this one over here where, like right here, where it's just, I don't know, it looks like that could just break off. Yeah, let's show them some pictures, send them an email, and I'll keep everybody updated, probably on the next post. or whenever. I don't know. But I'll keep you guys updated. All right. Peace out.
The second part of this test involves you. If you have been correctly installed as part of your stereo system, you will now lift the record up, turn it over, and replace it on the turntable with side 2 on the top. You will then proceed to listen to all of side 2. If you do not do this, you have failed the test, and you have the worst hi-fi system in the world, no matter how much money you spent.